Hotapu everyone. This is His Royal Majesty King Ra Sumabafak the world's first openly African black gay king. And the role of a king is to feed and protect his people. And today I do so by giving you the headline in the heavens between the Sun and Mars. On July 26, 2017, they conjuncted, what I call high-fived each other. This screen shows visually what happened. Here we have Ra the Sun, or HARU, conjuncting the planet Mars. They're right next to each other in what I call a high-five position. And so when that happens, it affects certain parts of your psychology, fractally speaking, through self-similarity. So the Sun in Kemet was called HARU, or Ra. Here's HARU. And was called Shango here, among the Yoruba. And the planet Mars, we called Heru Desher, or Heru Kohuti here in Kemet. And the Yoruba called him Ogun. So we can say Shango and Ogun are joining forces. Heru and Heru Kohuti are uniting their powers. So inside of you, Heru is your inner leader, the king within. Shango is your inner king. And Heru Kohuti, or Ogun, is your inner warrior. Conjunction means high-fiving, colluding, cahooting, cooperating. So your inner king is joining up with your inner warrior. Now think that through for a second. The inner king, your inner leader, is connecting with its inner warrior. This is a very volatile time, and it occurred exactly on July 26, 2017 at 8:56 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So when this happens, according to the astrology chart drawn up at that time, the counsel to you all is it's time for you to be very focused on your careers, to take action in terms of your career and your work. In particular, you're going to find a cycle that lasts, like I mentioned, for about 2 years, basically. We'll say about 2 years. You're going to find this cycle that begins on July 26, 2017, lasting for about 2 years, is a key cycle for you in your career. Okay? It lasts, in terms of days, about 779 days. Okay? Beginning from July 26, 2017. When you have a conjunction, that's called in fractals the butterfly effect. It's the beginning of a new pattern. The beginning of anything is the most delicate, powerful time. What you do at the beginning of a pattern sets the tone for the entire growth of that particular event or person. So July 26th, we're still in the orb of it. We have a few days, maybe another 2 or 3 days, being in kind of the field of this beginning, this seeding point. But you want to seed that you're going to take action with your career that's very clear-sighted, that you're going to become very aware now for the next 2 years, or approximately 780 days, about conquering your enemies at work. This reading is talking about revenge, understanding that in the workplace, people play games. So you want to be aware for these next 2 years of people playing revenge games on you. And the best thing for you to do is to fix them back. This reading is not about being sweet and Pollyanna and naive. That if someone's coming for you in your career, in your work, you have to stop them. These two parts of you, your inner leader and your inner warrior, understand that life has enemies. It's not all roses and flowers. It's not all new age and think positive. There are nasty people out there and nasty forces, nasty bosses and nasty coworkers. Or maybe you're the nasty boss or you're the nasty coworker. And if you are, best believe during these 2 years, you're going to have your team or people around you get revenge on you. Okay? That's just the tone of this configuration. All right? So, you see here that I have certain dates. We have a conjunction, a square March 24th, 2018, opposition July 27th, and a square again December 2nd. These dates, all you have to know about is that these 4 dates, particularly these 3, March 24th, July 27th, December 2nd, are going to be moments of intensity, of challenge, of crisis in terms of your career, your work, your ambitions. You're going to, on the 24th of March, encounter people trying to block you around this time. And you have to have a clever new strategy of how you're going to handle it. On July 27th, 2018, you will have some success. You will have the kind of victory, the trophy given to you if you've played the game well at work. And those who try to oppose you will fall. And on December 2nd, you're going to have a time of recouping, regathering information, consolidating yourself, and people will try to come for you again. Okay? So, mark those dates in your calendar now about your career. I have here dates May 5th, 2018, August 19th, December 2nd, which we have here, 2018, and September 13th, 2019. These dates correspond to phases of HARU Mars for the next 25 months or so. And basically, between now and May 5th, you're going to find yourself more self-starting. You're going to feel less interested in authority and following rules at work. Okay? And as we go to the August 19th phase, you're going to find yourself backtracking and fixing things you missed before and reviewing things that you didn't quite get right in the first round of career climbing the ladder. All right? And then from December 2nd, from the August 19th to December 2nd date, you're going to now go forward again, and you're going to go back to battle with better skills, better information, better reconnaissance. Okay? And then you'll find in this last phase from December 2nd to September, from September 13th until about a few months after that, you're going to find yourself, really about 285 days after that, you're going to find yourself being more open to input because now you've conquered the throne. You're now the winner, the champion. So you're more open to input and contribution from others. Okay? Now, the last thing I wish to mention is this little note here. I say here, HARU is at 497 Hertz. What I'm saying here is to all of you who want to use the spiritual powers to make things go your way. Each planet moves in an elliptical orbit, like the shape of an egg, an oval shape. And every day, the planet moves at a certain rate along this oval trail. Some days, the planet will accelerate its motions. Some days, it will slow it down. Okay? So what I've done is, through a NASA calculation that I have decoded, I have found out on the day in which the conjunction occurred, what was the frequency that the sun was vibrating at along that oval string. I visualize the oval elliptical orbit of the planet as a string. And I see where the planet was on that string. And I deduct the frequency being vibrated on that portion of the string at that time. It's a very mathematical calculation. With all that said, on July 26, 2017 at 8:56 and 50 seconds p.m. Eastern Time, the string of the ecliptic of Ra, the orbit of Ra, was at 497 Hertz. So you go online to a tone generator online, and you see here I have it set at 497 Hertz. I'm going to play that for you now. Get ready. It's kind of a tone you're going to hear, and we're going to go for a few seconds. Okay? That note, that tone, is if you're doing meditations to the sun, to Ra, about this conjunction, about your career, your inner boss. If you're chanting to either HARU, Shango, or Herkohuti Ogun. No, I'm sorry, not Ogun or Herkohuti, because they have a different frequency on that day. But to either Ra or Shango. If you're doing Shango Oriki, Shango prayers, Shango chants, if you tune the chant to that 497 Hertz, woo-hoo, that note, or lower, ooh, ooh, Shango, 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 Bamba, Shango. If you sing in that key, you align yourself with the actual solar frequency of the sun itself in the sky at that time. It quadruples the power of your incantation, the power of your heka, of your oriki. If you chant to Heru or Ra, which you can get on not my Facebook page, but on the web page or on iTunes, the Ra chant. Okay? But when you're hearing that chant, you want to add the word ring or rang, rang, at that note. Rang, 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 rang. If you chant it to that tone, it becomes much more powerful. Now, for members who are in the training for the chakra classes, I will give you in the training audios the sound for Herkohuti Mars. When you combine these two tones, you sing their words of power in their right tones, it will ensure that you conquer at work. You become the winner, not the loser. You become the one that exacts the revenge on your enemies, not the one being revenged upon. Okay? This is very serious, this kind of work with these planets and your career and your ambitions. There are haters out there, people trying to stop you. And through a simple act early on at this conjunction, you can change the course of the tides. So, for those of you who are members, stay tuned on the membership site portal for this word of power frequency for Herkohuti. If you wish to join membership, you can do so here at kingrasumaba.com. And I pray that all of you enjoy winning at work, being champions, and taking home the gold trophy of the dreams of success you're striving to climb. Dwawend Hotepu.